Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to be going over what's going on with the channel. It's been quite a while since I made a video, which was not my intent, but just got a little busy and had some stuff come up, and honestly the RCs got kind of put secondhand. So lately I have been having a little bit of time though, and I've been working on the rebuild of the XRT. The XRT hasn't had a full rebuild since I got it pretty well a year ago. And anybody who runs these bigger vehicles knows that the bearings don't last nearly as much as the other ones. They tend to get a little more corrosion. They tend to jam up just a little bit more, especially because I drove this one in the snow and salt. And so it's got a brand new Fast Eddie's bearing kit all installed now. All the old stuff's just in behind, along with a stainless steel screw kit. Very, very important, especially if you run through even just a little bit of water. It gets to look terrible really quick. So those were all things that I wanted to do. Things that I'd already done to, say, the X-Max over there. But the XRT just kind of fell second. There's a lot of other stuff that I'm doing to this vehicle because between the XRT and the X-Max, when I've taken them out last time, they both stripped gears. The X-Max wasn't too bad, but I found out afterwards that the X-Max problem might be a simple one. It needs a motor rebuild. I'm pretty sure one of the bearings in the motor has blown up, so it's got some play, and it's causing it to strip out gears. Now this one, the motor's back here, and it's got minimal play in the shaft. Nothing too crazy. I've been having problems with this one since I got it, with the whole motor spacing. Now I was running a 20 tooth pinion with a 50 spur, which is the speed gearing, so it claims to be. And I kept shredding gears. I tried different gear combos. Same thing. Anything other than stock, I shredded it. The stock seemed to last a little bit longer, but still not perfect. So I'm keeping with the rear lower bulkhead right now because it is not broken. It might be that the pins are just a little bit off, a couple thou one way or another, and it's causing it to strip out the gears. But for now, I'm getting a motor rebuild for this truck as well. I think it's a good thing to do both of them right now and make sure that they last. Also on the spur gear assembly here, I had a theory that this shaft might have, over time, just landing on throttle and stuff, had a lot of stress on it and maybe put a little bit of a warp in it. So I have a new shaft ordered, new crush gear in there, basically this whole assembly, just to replace it and try and get down to why it's doing that. The bearings that house that were still in great shape, but got new bearings to put on, so hopefully that'll clear up that issue and this vehicle will be back to being good and reliable. Also, it is getting a brand new servo underneath. I finally caved. I didn't want to put, your typical 110 size servo in there. I like the bigger ones, but this XRT, it slaps the chassis too much, and if it's not a metal case, it's not going to last. So I've got the Hot Racing 110 servo adapter coming. That's I think I worked it out to, it's like a 40 kg servo, so it should be good for this. I mostly want to get this back together because in the spring, summer, the owner of the hobby store near me, Flightcraft, is going to be opening up an outdoor track. So I want to make sure that I have this ready to go. Also, there's a vehicle I've never put on the channel over there, but it's a old Losi 810 that I've converted to be electric. I have a full bearing kit for that because I've totally destroyed the bearings in it. I've got an oversized power system in it, and I want to take that out to the track because that thing handles just amazing. So that's kind of it for the XRT, other than changing out the receiver, which makes no big difference, just to have everything work with my Spectrum. Finally got the Garage Life RC battery tie downs in there. I actually really like how they are, or how they mount and everything. Very secure. I'd given one away already, but I'd ordered 2 packs, and it was a little bit of work to put them in, not gonna lie, but I've broken a few of those battery bars, and I don't think I'm ever gonna break these straps. So all in all, this truck's coming along very nice. I can't wait to have it out and run again. Hopefully that is very, very soon. Still have the Proline Badlands to run on this. So I think that's about it for this vehicle. Other than that, the Max over here. Had it out just playing with the dog a few times. Another ESC got critical failure. That's the second one I've had from Traxxas. This vehicle's not quite a year old yet. In about a week or two, it'll be a year old. And I've went through 2 of the 4 SESCs. I will no longer be running any of the Traxxas speed controllers. XRT within about 3 days. X-Max caught fire in a day, got a replacement, blew out within another day. 2 on the Max. The only one I've never had problems with is the 6S speed controllers. But I also haven't ran that sledge a lot, and it's been a long time. So hopefully, sooner than later, we'll have that back out. So basically what everything needs, X-Max waiting on a motor rebuild, hopefully here by Friday. XRT, it needs a full rebuild. I thought about selling it. I messaged a few people. There's nothing broken on it, but the chassis has a little bend at the front of the lip. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to go through it, clean it all up first so I can make sure that I get my top dollar out of it. If I am keeping it, I definitely have some different tires in mind. Power Hobbies, same company that makes these tires, makes some tires for this. And honestly, I've yet to have anything that hasn't blown up on it. So that would be nice. This one, it's definitely going with a Hobbywing ESC. I'm going to take a little bit of time and decide if I want to go with the full power system or not. And just change everything out of there. I've got nothing against Traxxas motors, but that one is getting a little old and it's been put through a lot of abuse. So it might be worth just getting something new. And again, Power Hobby tires for this. I had Proline tires on this. Never mind being twice the price of the Power Hobby tires. And honestly, at the best, the Proline tires are the same quality from what I've seen so far. I like their beadlock options for the 5S, but when it comes to anything smaller, so far Power Hobbies is looking a lot better. And hopefully they're a little bit bigger too, which will give that a little more rotating mass. And then again, this one, I'm going to start having it on the channel more once it's been fully rebuilt. It's been sitting around for so long. It's hard to get parts for, so it's not exactly something I would bash with, but when the track does come available, that'll be a lot of fun to drive. Other than that, we have some other stuff over here, nothing too crazy. Got a mini crawler. Smaller crawlers, a 118 and a 124. 118? Yeah, it's a 118, I think. Yeah, 118. So, honestly, I haven't used these as much as I'd hope. I do really like the TRX 4Ms. Very nice vehicle, but hopefully in the near future I will get in, probably over the winter, to the hobby store where they have a little track built, get a membership, and start using that a little more frequently. And get a little bit of content. I'm sure they won't have a problem with that. Then there's also the drone. Haven't really done much with it. Probably won't do much with it in the future. It's just kind of that thing where if I want to get an above angle shot, it's nice to have, but it's not one of the fancy ones that tracks or does any of that or will hold an altitude. So it's kind of not the greatest for that stuff. Then there's the TT02, the drift car, Tamiya Drift, that I built a while back. That's kind of had the crap kicked out of it. Eventually I will do, fix it up a little bit. Bearing should be fine, maybe a bearing kit. We'll see what's going on, maybe a new body and a brushless system. I want to see what it's like with a brushless system in it. Might put some touring tires on it too, but that would require, it's got plastic diffs, so as soon as you add that much traction to the vehicle, it doesn't weigh much, but it's definitely going to spin out those plastic gears. Then there's the UMX Timber. Never really done anything with the plane on the channel. Probably won't in the future. Maybe make a video of some if people would be interested in that kind of thing. Last time I had it out, I did smoke a goalpost. The only downside to flying on soccer fields and football fields. And then last but not least, this is the oldest vehicle I have. It's a very old, I believe it's the first or second edition HPI RS4. My cousin had this previously. He did every kind of carbon fiber and purple aluminum upgrade you could do to it. I actually added the exhaust on the side, which is off a 1/8 buggy, because you obviously cannot get parts for this anymore. Nitro. He had it, couldn't get it to run for a long time. Asked me if I wanted it. I said sure, and I've actually had very, very minimal problems with it. It's ran pretty great so far. So maybe one day next summer, get a video of that too. I'm hesitant to run stuff like the RS4 and even the 810, to be honest, just because parts are very limited now. You can't get every single part. Even recently, I've got a bunch of batteries filled up in the 810 bin, but I had ordered a bunch of arms, a couple gear housing covers. I noticed at my hobby store they did have the gearbox or the differential housings in there, so maybe I'll look into getting the aluminum versions at some point. But other than that, there's a few bodies down here. So this Stampede here is my girlfriend. She's got a body to paint, got another X-Max body, which will get the roll cage of the old orange body that got demoed. And for the XRT, got a clear XRT body along with a roll cage in there for it. That one will be the nice one. Same thing with the X-Max. That's kind of the bash body. That's kind of the bash body. I just like having nice bodies to have on the shelf like the Max. Just gives it a little bit of a personal touch to it, I guess. Other than that, probably won't ever get like a personal body for the 810 just because it is kind of just a race buggy. And maybe the Sledge, depending on if I choose to keep it or not. Other than that, I don't really know what's next. Had some videos that I wanted to put together, but never ended up happening. Maybe might get some of them before the snow flies, but we'll see. So I think that's going to be it for today. Just wanted to give a general overview of what's been going on, what's going on, and what can be expected soon. I do have a video with the XRT before I started rebuilding it, and the X-Max. Didn't go as smoothly as planned, but did get some good shots, so I will end up uploading that hopefully within the next week or so. Other than that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to stay tuned for any new content, and I'll catch you in the next one.